think you understand it. Hey everybody, welcome to the Wednesday version of the Off Base Podcast. The podcast carefully crafted to remind you to suck a fat one if you think you're the only one, because you're not. I am your host. I'm the Rocky Mountain no-name Jackass. And, it's 24 degrees in the city of Aurora at 7:51 in the AM on Wednesday, March 30th, 2021, 3:30. Let's roll. Speaking of the date, my stepdaughter, she is very funny. Yesterday when we were coming home from school, she was talking about Pi Day. I forget how we got on the topic, but she was talking about Pi Day. And stepson and I, like almost immediately, quoted the first three numerical digits of pi. And we said, 3.14. And she goes, oh, is that why they call it Pi Day? She didn't know that on March 14th they were celebrating Pi Day because pi is 3.14. She's silly, man. She's not an airhead too, so don't think that. My two podcast listeners, she's not. It just didn't occur to her. It was funny. Anyway. So, yeah. Turns out on Monday, which was the day after the Academy Awards, I see in my YouTube feed on my phone, I saw a short of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. And I was just like, I don't know what that is. Is this some publicity stunt? What? Part of the joke? You know, like when Borat came out and he had the lady in the wheelchair. not Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen had a lady in a wheelchair and then pushed her off the stage. That shit was fucking hysterical. So I didn't think anything of it. I just saw it, watched it, and moved on. Because, you know, as a man in today's society, I got a lot of shit going on. I don't have time to fuck around learning the lives of celebrities and what the fuck they do. I got other stuff. Plus, I'm fucking sick. Well, I've been sick for a long time of listening to celebrities using their celebrity to advocate causes. It's like, shut the fuck up. Especially when it comes to politics. Can't stand when celebrities tell you who to vote for. Oh, really? Really? You, who are pretending to be the King of England, you're wise on politics and you're telling me who I should vote for? Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Fucking jackasses. So anyway, Monday goes on, and my stepson mentioned it to me as we were coming back from the gym. He's like, did you see that Chris Rock, Will Smith thing? I was like, no, what's going on? And he kind of gave me a little bit of a heads up on it, but we didn't say anything further than that. I think I asked him if it was real, and he said, yeah, it's real. And then I got home, saw a bunch of shit blowing up on it, and then yesterday I saw even more, and actually clicked on some of the videos. And you know, I'm going to tell you this before I get into this. I would have been, ever since a young lad, I have been an enormous Will Smith fan. In my humble opinion, Will Smith has done more for breaking down racial boundaries than anyone in the United States. I am a firm believer of that. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a phenomenal example of it because of one single episode. Now, all the episodes of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, however many seasons they were on TV, they were fucking awesome to begin with. They did a great job of of ordering, how shall I say this, prioritizing their messages, in my opinion, in a great way, which was number one, family, then race, if race played into it at all. I mean, they do make some jokes about it every once in a while, every episode, but they never like really went into it hardcore. They mentioned it because it's part of what was going on in the culture at the time. And of course, it's going on now. But their main focus was always family, which I loved. And it's because of that focus on family that I think that the show overall did a lot for white culture and recognizing that, hey, these black folk are just like white folk. They go through the same stuff that we go through. And the number one episode, by far and away, that highlighted the humanity of the Fresh Prince was the episode when his father came to visit, played by Ben Vereen. I'll never forget it. And my stepdaughter is rewatching Fresh Prince right now. She loves it. And I love watching the reruns with her. It cracks me up. Every time that opening song comes on, now this is a story all about how, and I bet anybody who's listening right now, of my two podcast listeners, after hearing me say just those words, could take it and run with it until the end of the song, end of the intro. That's how fun it was. That's how good it was. That's how engaging it was. But the one episode when Ben Vereen was on, and I haven't seen this episode in 30 plus years. Ben Vereen, for those of you who don't know, was a phenomenal dancer back during that particular era. He was famous, I think, for playing the MC in, I can't remember the musical now. But he was the gold standard of that role. I can't remember what the musical was. I wish I could. Shit. Anyway, he played Will's father, and might have been in season 4, season 5, after they had established all the characters, blah, blah, blah. Will's mom would come and visit from Philadelphia every once in a while, so we knew the mom. She was trying to move on with her life. She had a boyfriend. Will felt like he was being kicked to the curb. They had conversations about that, but it never went real deep into that. But the episode when his father came to Bel-Air, and Uncle Phil read him the riot act at the end of the episode. But after his father left, Will had I keep saying in my opinion because it hit me really hard. At the end of the episode, Will had, in my opinion, the best moment on United States television in the last 100 years. It was the best. Because after his father left, Uncle Phil was there, and Uncle Phil was consoling him because his father was being a jerk. And Will just turned to Uncle Phil with tears in his eyes and said, "Why doesn't he want me, man?" And I was like, holy shit. I mean, even saying it right now, chills just went up and down my spine. Why doesn't he want me? Can you imagine that, you know? If you're a child of divorced parents, because one of them was too selfish and too immature to not have children, and then the child comes, and the parent doesn't want anything to do with it, wants to go off and still be a kid, doesn't want to fucking grow up, and it leaves the kid feeling like that. Why doesn't he want me? Oh my God, did that hit me? That hit me so hard, because I've been very lucky in the fact that I've had two parents that have stayed together for, what is it, they're going on now, 59 years, 58 years, I think, coming up this October. But to have one of your parents split at an early age, and that's the psychology that develops in you. Why doesn't he want me? Oh God, did that break your heart? It broke my heart. And I was a teenager at the time, right? And teenagers, they don't know how to take serious parts of movies. It's just uncomfortable for them. So they laugh it off or make a joke at it. But I watched that episode and there was no joke right there, man. That was a kid who was approximately my age, going through something that I couldn't fathom. But watching him go through it, holy hell. In my humble opinion, one of the greatest moments, or the greatest moment in the history of American television. Fast forward to what may be, I don't want to say the worst, but one of the worst moments in the last 100 years on American television, with him getting up out of his chair after initially laughing at Chris Rock's innocuous joke towards Will's wife, walking up on stage, slapping him, turning around and walking smugly back to his seat, sitting down and saying, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth." What a fucking coward. What a fucking coward. Now, is he a coward towards Chris Rock? No, because as I found out, and I watched a couple of different things on it last night and again this morning, and hopefully I'm going to put this topic to rest, because I don't want to go into it any further than I will today. I still respect Will Smith as an artist, and what he has done for breaking down racial boundaries, because I think he's still the best. If Chris Rock was a white guy, now that would have been a different story. But luckily, Chris Rock is black, so I respect his body of work. But as a man, that is a fantastic example of why. How do I want to say this? Why some of these artists are so full of fucking shit. That's not the best way of saying it. But the one video that I saw this morning was on Candace Owens. I don't know if anybody knows who Candace Owens is. But she gave what I thought was an incredibly well-detailed analysis of the situation. I didn't know any of this backstory until I watched it, but apparently Jada Pinkett Smith had an affair on Will with her son's friend. Blech. You gotta be fucking kidding me. And then these two went on television to talk about it. And she said, "Yeah, I don't think that was a transgression at all. I just wanted to feel good." They showed the clip. Candace Owens showed the clip. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You cheated. Of course you don't think it's a transgression. You did it. You fucking cunt. Oh. I got no respect for her as a woman. And I'm losing a tremendous amount of respect for him as a man, because he's staying with that. And then went on television to get demoralized by her. Oh. Wanted to puke watching that thing, because he was laughing his way through it. Just like he was laughing at Chris Rock's joke. Because somewhere down deep, that motherfucker knows that's what his honest reaction is. My wife is fucking bending me over, sticking a dildo up my ass on my reputation, and somebody makes a joke about her. Yeah, I'm going to laugh until he saw her reaction, then gets up and does what he does. I mean, aside from the fact that you don't do that. Somebody insults you, you don't fucking turn to violence. But the thing that shocked me the most about that particular incident is not one security guard, not one, came up and escorted that man from the building. Fuck, no one. I was amazed. And it's set a horrible precedence now. I feel bad for stand-up comedians going forward, because now the message that it sent is, if we get offended by a joke, we can go up on stage and attack the comedian. Fuck you. You're going to a comedy show. You're going to an awards show in which you know jokes are going to be written by the presenters and you might get targeted. You're going to a comedy show. You're not a celebrity. You know that it's possible that a comedian might say something about you. Not you in particular, but something general about you. And if you can't laugh at it, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Oh man, this issue's got me heated. Now, go back to Candace Owens here and her analysis of the situation. She showed the clip of Will and Jada doing this discussion on how she didn't think she cheated. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine if you don't think you cheated, but guess what? You cheated! Some young, I don't know how old the kid is, 19-year-old dick was in your pussy fucking you after your husband's dick was in you making your children. That's cheating. Fucking cunt. So anyway, one of the things that I am appreciating in my old age, though, about the situation is I can understand if Will has particular beliefs about marriage and not divorcing, okay, and wants to stick it out, wants to really try to make things work, because maybe there were things that he was doing that he can improve upon. However, that gives her no right to cheat on him. You want to cheat, you break up with the person first, then you go have your fun. But until that point, that's cheating. So I'm watching this interview with them. She's blaming it all on him. It's your fault. I have no responsibility in this. I don't even consider it cheating. I wanted to grab her fucking skinny neck right through the TV. Ugh. So anyway, what I do understand is that, maybe he's a bit old school on marriage and wants to work this shit out. I don't know. Most of this, I'm speaking out of ignorance. So, I'm just getting all this by piecemeal. And ultimately, like I said, this hopefully will be the last time that I talk about it. So there is that, but there's such a large portion of me, and I'll say 95% or greater, which pities this fool, because he should have gotten out long before this Oscar incident happened. If he would have divorced her and she was kicked to the curb, that incident between him and Chris Rock never would have happened. I think all that, and Candace, and this is more Candace Owens' analysis, is that happened because he was trying to show his wife what a man he is. I don't know the details of their relationship. I don't. I'm just going by this celebrity analysis of it. But my respect for him as a man has plummeted. As an artist, it's fine. As a man, fucking, what a fucking joke. Take your balls out of her purse, slap them back on your taint, kick her to the curb, and go be a man. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm rolling up on base here, so that'll wind down my rant on the spoiled Jester of Hollywood rather than the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Or the spoiled Jester of Bel-Air. What's the opposite of raw? Fresh. It's spoiled, right? He's a joke right now, man. But like I said, 5% of me understands. He may be staying with this woman because he's got old school values on making marriages work, but good God, man, get some self-respect. And I was also thinking about, right after I dropped the kids off, thinking about the kid that she cheated on him with. I mean, how fucking dumb do you have to be as a 19-year-old? Like, how much money Will Smith has? That kid, well, number one, he's fucking jacked, so he could kick the shit out of you, but He could just quietly call somebody and, hey, come kill this motherfucker. I mean, how dumb. Granted, you can say for the rest of your life, I fucked Jada Smith, but, oh, God. Anyway.
Good morning.
Morning, man.
Yeah, morning.
Thank you. Fucking hell. All right, we're back on base here, everybody. Woo. So there you go. There's my opinion on it. That moment he had with Ben Vereen as his father on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, can't take that away from him for the rest of his life. But the slap heard around the world, what a fucking pussy. Fucking pussy. Anyway, we got an interesting sky. Can't even see the mountains today. They're blurred. Although, there's downtown. That's actually a pretty cool view. It actually makes it seem like the Denver skyline has nothing behind it. When we have a clearer day, obviously you can see the mountains towering over the top. But now it looks like the buildings are towering. That's pretty cool. So anyway, all that being said, glad I got that out. I actually feel a little better now that I talked about the Fresh Prince, the court jester. So, for my 2 podcast listeners, fuck me, don't ever do that to yourself, man. Don't ever let a woman toy with you like that. That is ridiculous. I understand if you've got some old school values, marriage means something to you, you want to work it out, but when you get disrespected like that, and then you decide to go on national television and she disrespects you even more, ooh, good Lord. Get out. Get the fuck out. All right. That'll close it down for today, everybody. Have a great Wednesday, and I'll smell you tomorrow.